To tell you the truth, I hate foreigners. I hate foreigners, and the government is doing nothing. I hate foreigners. How I wish they can just pack and go and leave our country. Let's just leave our country.
This is vigilantism.
This one?
This.
No.
You're not a judge,
Yeah.
you're not a policeman, you're not a lawyer,
Yeah.
but you just try to hold a hearing.
Since you intervened, you made sure there's a peace. There's a contract that I signed so that you keep your business, I keep my house. When a certain time comes, and then you leave my place.
Well, you threatened him and you didn't really give him a real option. You didn't listen to his side of the story. I was there, I saw it.
Yeah.
He didn't get to
started
fully explain.
after.
He tried to explain to
Yeah.
you that he's unable to leave now. He doesn't have the money.
You know what pushed us to do that? Which is not a crime. Which is not a crime. I said to him, we have documents to be here.
What gives you the right for that?
I'm a citizen. I'm legally here. I'm a citizen. I have my license. I have my ID. I have everything.
But you're not an officer of the court. You don't work for immigration.
You're not vigilant. He is illegally here. If he was not here, you wouldn't never have this problem.
Operation Dudula is going to make history today, guys. Operation It's gonna make history.
I found Demakatso, who I'd met earlier at the soup kitchen.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm happy. Yes.
What are you hoping for?
Oh, I'm hoping to hear that all the foreigners are going. That's what I'm hoping to hear.
First human, and then you're African, and then you can call me whatever you want to call me.
A lot of people feel like it's a luxury to be able to think that way, right? This Pan-African idea that we're all human because they feel like they're suffering. There's not enough resources, so it's time for people to go back to where they come from and have their own,
These people came here with survival skills. So why is it that South Africans don't know what survival skills are? Stop sitting and complaining and stop sitting and dying in that corner and waiting for a government that is failing you on a daily basis. They're basically failing us on a daily basis.
Do you think it's fair to say that?
They would rather go to the most vulnerable and attack them. The migrants, they are the poorest of the poor and they are vulnerable. They'd rather go to them and rattle them instead of rattling the cages of the guys living in the glass houses.
South Africa, known for its rich cultural diversity and turbulent history, has recently been grappling with a surge in xenophobic sentiment fueled by the emergence of the anti-migrant group, Operation Dudula. This organization has gained notoriety for conducting raids on businesses owned by foreign nationals and coercing them to shut down. In this video, we delve into the motivations and dynamics behind Operation Dudula, shedding light on why some South Africans harbor deep-seated resentment towards foreigners. Demakatso Mokoena, a 57-year-old single mother of 3, stands in a school kitchen in Gwatima, a township east of Johannesburg, making sandwiches. Her story encapsulates the intensity of the anti-migrant sentiment. To tell you the truth, I hate foreigners. How I wish they could just pack and go, and leave our country, she says, tears welling up in her eyes. Her son's tragic descent into addiction, marked by emaciation and burned scars, is a testament to the anguish she endures. Demakatso's son is ensnared in the grip of a highly addictive street drug that has wreaked havoc on communities across South Africa. Her blame for foreigners selling these drugs becomes evident as she clings to Operation Dudula as her lifeline. Operation Dudula, founded in Soweto 2 years ago, represents the formalization of sporadic waves of xenophobia-driven vigilante attacks that have plagued South Africa since the end of white minority rule in 1994. Describing itself as a civic movement with an anti-migrant agenda, the name Dudula is a Zulu word which translates to force out. Soweto, once the crucible of anti-apartheid resistance and home to Nelson Mandela, now finds itself the epicenter of anti-migrant sentiment in South Africa. With a staggering 1 in 3 South Africans unemployed, in one of the world's most unequal societies, foreigners have become easy scapegoats. However, it's crucial to note that the number of migrants living in South Africa has been grossly exaggerated. According to a 2022 report by the Institute for Security Studies (ISS), an independent research organization, there are approximately 3.95 million migrants in South Africa, constituting 6.5% of the population, a figure in line with international norms. This figure includes all immigrants, irrespective of legal status or origin. Xenophobic rhetoric perpetuated by some public officials, politicians, and anti-migrant groups has contributed to the misconception that South Africa is overrun by migrants. A 2021 South African Social Attitudes Survey found that nearly half of the population, numbering 60 million, believed there were between 17 and 40 million immigrants in the country. Operation Dudula, sensing an opportunity, has transformed from a local anti-migrant group into a national political party. Zandile Dabula, elected as its president in June 2023, vigorously asserts that foreigners are the root cause of South Africa's economic woes. When confronted with accusations of promoting hatred, she remains steadfast, asserting that most of the nation's problems are caused by the influx of foreign nationals. However, the anger directed at migrants affects those who are in the country legally and engaged in lawful employment. A Nigerian market trader, targeted by Operation Dudula members, recounts how they tassered him and destroyed his belongings, all without asking questions. He laments the injustice of it all, asserting his right as a citizen who contributes to the country. Operation Dudula contends that the influx of drugs into South Africa's marginalized communities is their primary concern. Yet, there is no data supporting the claim that drug dealers are predominantly non-South African citizens. Comparative statistics for drug crimes are unavailable, though the ISS report quotes the Justice Minister, stating that immigrants accounted for 8.5% of all convicted cases in 2019, and 7.1% in 2020. It also highlights that 2.3% of inmates incarcerated each year are undocumented foreigners. Operation Dudula's actions often escalate into confrontations and threats, as seen in Diepkloof, eastern Soweto. A task force attempts to confront a Mozambican shopkeeper accused of not paying rent. While Operation Dudula claims to enforce the law, the confrontations can be menacing. President Cyril Ramaphosa has condemned anti-migrant protests, likening them to apartheid-era tactics. In 2019, he launched the National Action Plan to combat racism and xenophobia. Yet, critics argue that the government must do more. Annie Michaels, an activist, believes that South Africans should redirect their frustration away from migrants, acknowledging their resilience. She urges citizens to challenge their own government, which often fails them. In contrast, Zandile Dabula sees Operation Dudula as a necessary force to counter the perceived takeover by foreign nationals. The group's supporters believe it can bring change to their communities, reflecting a growing discontent with the status quo in South Africa's political landscape. However, poverty, drug addiction, and fear have combined to create a toxic environment, where migrants are unfairly blamed and scapegoated for deep-seated issues. As Operation Dudula's influence continues to grow, the future of South Africa's relationship with its foreign residents remains uncertain, casting a shadow over the nation's promise of unity in diversity. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, share and subscribe.